Thank you, Chair. There are industries that exploit workers, mostly the casual labor, by paying them below the stated remuneration rates, denying them the union rights and health benefits, exploiting them to unsafe work, exposing them to unsafe working environment. What measures will you take to address this? And secondly, it's about the street families. Now with the new constitution, we used to have the Rehabilitation Trust Fund, but that was run under the Local Government Act, which is no longer in force. But the street families keep on growing day by day. What action will you take first to reduce these numbers, or even to address, because most of these families, not that they don't have, you find kids on the streets, but they go back home, or even now find a family, a mother with children on the streets. So what are you going to do to address this very, very needy issue that we need to take our kids back to school? Thank you, Honorable Chairman.
Answer those two quickly.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to say that in terms of labor and social protection, I agree with Mheshimiwa Kosing that people only seen when there are riots. Now, I'm going to go around this country. I want to visit all the constituencies to talk to Kenyans and especially young people about the opportunities that are there. Kenyans are not lazy. Our young people are very active and very smart and very sharp, but they need opportunities, not handouts. And so I'll be traveling to all the counties. They'll see me. I'll be very heavily on media, telling to them about the jobs, the kind of skill development. I'll also be looking at the working conditions of factories. Do not be surprised if 1 or 2 or 3 factories are shut down because of poor working conditions that go even against the international tenants, because we have to make sure that our people are respected in the way they work. In terms of even employment and the benefits, there's the issue of the 6% increment that the president offered that is still pending, and it's I think it will be on my desk. I'll be able to sit down with FKE. I've had a chat with Kotu, Mheshimiwa Atwoli. I've talked to the employers. We're looking, and they have told me all the problems as I was doing my research, and I'll be able to sit down, bring everybody together, and gazette in the salaries that they deserve because of the state of the economy, and be able to improve that and make sure that those are met. So I'll be very, very active, Mheshimiwa, and I think you'll be very proud of me and the work that I'll be able to, if I'm confirmed. Mheshimiwa Gikaria, I think I've answered the same question because it is important for us. Now, in street families, I was very active as government spokesperson to try and work on a system of removing street families and rehabilitating them. I want to go back to some of the programs that we started at that time in the government of Mwai Kibaki. And my investigation has shown that it has become no more, no more process. I've looked at the different acts and laws that are there, and it's all about implementation. We are going to set up a target as a country and say that by this time, we need to have done A, B, C, D so that we don't have street families, and be able to rehabilitate and even take people back to the countryside where they came from so that we can reunite them with their families, so that people can continue working with their families the way we are doing in the children's sector. Instead of taking people to orphanages, we reunite them with the families. Mheshimiwa Mbui will be very happy to know that we are building, we want to develop a model rehabilitation center in Mavoko, which is very close to Kadiani. That
you are building?
A rehabilitation center in Mavoko. There's 20 acres there. I'll be sourcing for funds from development partners and others so that we have a place whereby these children can go before they are taken back to their families to be trained and taught, and also growth and a follow-up system so that we remove them. It is quite sad, like now it's very cold, to find people suffering in the streets, and we'll need to put up shelters that they do in other places whereby people can go and receive some food, and that's safety net for the very poor in our country. I submit.
Chairman, I have one stressing, just one, a small one, very stressing.
Yes.
All of us as a country. Kuna hili swala moja, waziri mteule, iwapo utachaguliwa katika wizara hii ya wafanyakazi, kuna swala nyeti ambalo wafanyakazi wa EPZ